Human rights activist Felicia Dujon responded to the issue of coercion encountered in families and the necessity for its immediate cessation after discovering a video of what might be defined as an inappropriate phone conversation between an adult and an alleged minor went viral on social media Tuesday, March 5th. The recording has garnered numerous comments and traction from the various platforms it was uploaded to, stirring up conversations of grooming and coercion. And that is exactly what human rights activist Felicia Dujon describes the situation as.
This is what we call sexual grooming, where you find a perpetrator is trying to encourage a minor in having sexual relations with him or her in some cases. In this matter, I believe that this voice note should be sent to the police, and the police should investigate this matter, because what we're seeing is an adult male who is trying to coerce or have coerced or have engaged in sexual relations with a child.
Dujon notes that children have the right to be living in a society and home free from acts of coercion and calls for the adults engaged in such activities to be held accountable for their actions.
You are supposed to be living in a society and in a home and in a place where you are free from any form of coercions or sexual coercions, whether it means that someone is trying to influence you to have sexual relationships with them for various kinds of commodities or various types of items. All of this would mean that this individual, the adult, has to be held accountable.
Dujon says this matter needs to be investigated by the police and dealt with by the Vulnerable Persons Unit immediately, as it is one of grave concern. She also notes that it is important for children to know they have a right to their bodies and to protect themselves from the advances of predators.
Clearly, the conversation does not depict in any way what the context of what he means by a little more, or what he's intending to complete with this child. So it is very important that children understand that they have a right to their bodies. They have a right to ensure that they protect themselves from any kind of harm, and they have the right to speak up.
She also applauded the young girl's quick thinking to record the conversation.
In this case, I am very pleased that this child knew that she had to record this message so that it could be sent to the appropriate authorities. We need to remind children that you do have a right to be free from all forms of violence, including sexual violence.
And what is grooming? Grooming is when someone builds a relationship, trust, and emotional connection with a child or young person so they can manipulate, exploit, and abuse them. Children and young people can be groomed online, in person, or both by a stranger or someone they know. This could be a family member, a friend, or someone who has targeted them. The relationship a groomer builds can take different forms. This could be a romantic relationship, as a mentor, an authority figure, or a dominant and persistent figure. For Choice News Now, I am Chelsea Austinay.